Coast News is staying on top of breaking news. Lee County deputies are investigating at 2 arcades and a pool hall, removing gaming machines. They are at Vegas Nights along US 41 in North Fort Myers, the Royal Arcade along Palm Beach Boulevard, and the Miscue Lounge on Carroll Road.
Now, right now, we want to go right out to our Gulf Coast News reporter, Edward Franco. He's live from Miscue Lounge in Fort Myers. Edward, what can you tell us about this scene?
We saw illegal gambling machines being rolled out of the Miscue Lounge in Fort Myers and onto a truck. We have some video from earlier today in the scene. Deputies had the lounge closed off near US 41 and Carroll Road. Deputies also worked with the Florida Gaming Commission on an investigation to shut down 3 illegal arcades around Lee County today. This is the 3rd location where deputies have taken out gambling machines. Miscue Lounge and Royal Arcade in Fort Myers and Vegas Nights in North Fort Myers. We've seen people walk into this lounge after the scene was cleared. We're still working to figure out if Miscue Lounge is still open after the gaming machines were seized. Deputies and Cape Coral officers have been seizing these illegal gambling machines from different arcades and lounges throughout Lee County, as officials before have told us that any place that operates these gambling machines in Lee County is illegal. You can count on Gulf Coast News to keep you updated on more information and the latest about this investigation. Reporting live in Fort Myers, I'm Edward Franco, Gulf Coast News.
Edward, thank you. We've reported on many arcades raids recently. Cape Coral police removed nearly 139 slot machines at Pirate Treasure on Del Prado Boulevard and De Navarra Parkway, and Treasure Island, that was just north of Cape Coral Parkway. Now, when you add in today's locations, we're talking about 13 different arcades across Lee County. The owners get a citation to appear in court, and the Florida Gaming Commission takes the machines and the money inside.
Breaking news, the Lee County School District says 2 students released stink spray at Cape Coral High School. Students were evacuated twice yesterday when people smelled something like a gas leak. Gulf Coast News reporter Kennedy Mason is live at Cape Coral High School. Kennedy, the district says this is part of a TikTok challenge.
Christy, we just watched as students were let out of Cape Coral High School today. Yesterday, they were let out early of what administrators thought was a gas leak. However, the school district says this was not a gas leak, but a TikTok challenge that created a whole lot of chaos. The school district tells us that 2 students released a stink spray. Now, this is part of a stink spray TikTok challenge. Students tell me that it's a spray you can buy which releases a fart smell. Now, all students were evacuated from the school because of this, and 2 employees were sent to the hospital. We spoke to students today about this. Take a listen.
Yeah, it's just a spark spray. Like, they buy it at Target and they just started spraying everywhere at the JRTC hallway.
Yeah, I was surprised that they would like cancel a whole school because of just fart spray. And then some kids are getting like actual legal repercussions because of it. So it's crazy.
The school district tells us that both students are being disciplined and facing legal consequences. They are asking that parents talk to students about the importance of respecting their schools. I'm live in Cape Coral. Kennedy Mason, Gulf Coast News.
The Lee County Sheriff's Office says an email bomb threat that went to Gulf Coast school districts and dozens across the state originated from Texas. The Sheriff's Office says the email went out to 44 counties to try and extort money from schools as part of a scheme.
This email in particular talked about Slit Town, and I know the owner of Slit Town, and it demanded money, demanded $1,000 to be paid in crypto to a different IP address. So there's a lot of details in an investigation we have to do. The school threat enforcement team jumps on it.
The Lee County School District sent out an email to parents last night about this being a non-credible bomb threat. Similar threats were reported in Charlotte, Hendry, and Glades counties. Right now, deputies and police officers are at a number of schools today as a precaution. Now, swatting is when someone makes a false report of an emergency to trigger a response from law enforcement, which can lead to dangerous circumstances.
Breaking news, the Naples Police Department arrested a man they say inappropriately touched a woman on a beach. Police say Douglas Peterson, who is from Minnesota, touched the woman on Monday at 11th Avenue South Beach. The victim says he touched her after asking him to stop. He's now facing charges for it.
From your Charlotte County news team, deputies arrest a man they say beat another man with a baton and pulled a gun on him in Englewood. Deputies say they arrested Eric Lashbrook yesterday evening. Witnesses told deputies that Lashbrook got out of his car, went to the victim, and hit him about 5 times. The victim said he felt like his life was in danger and dialed 911. It's unclear where in Englewood this happened, but witnesses told deputies that Eric came questioning why someone allegedly ran his wife off of the road. He's now facing charges.
The Lee County Sheriff's Office says they concluded Operation Wild Wheels. This was a 2-week operation targeting reckless driving, super speeders, street takeovers, and illegal ATV operations. Deputies say there were 238 traffic stops, 247 citations, and 326 warnings. Now take a listen to what happened during one of the arrests.
Street takeover.
Street takeover?
Yes.
Huh? I'm going to jail.
Deputies say ATVs are the biggest complaints they deal with. It's unclear when the next kind of operation like this will happen.
Naples city leaders are getting a big raise. They voted to bump their pay by thousands of dollars today. Gulf Coast News reporter Alexa Velez is live in Naples right now, breaking down how much more they'll get. Alexa?
I spent the day in the city talking with residents, and some are okay with this pay raise, but others told me that taxpayer money could maybe go into other things like fixing the pier, fixing parks, or even hiring more Naples police officers for security during events. Today, Naples City Council members unanimously approved the pay hike that boosts pay 22% for council and the mayor. Council's base pay is more than $52,000, plus an extra $100 more each month for their stipend. For the mayor, that means going from $54,100 to $66,002 a year, plus a $500 monthly stipend, bringing her total annual compensation to $72,000.
Bless them if they can make it, and they work hard. I know they do. It's very hard to work like that. So I think it's wonderful if you can get they must be all doing okay.
A committee of 7 residents, each appointed by council, are tasked with reviewing pay and the benefits for elected officials, and they recommended this pay increase. Now, the next step is for a draft ordinance to be written up and presented to City Council. The first reading for that ordinance is set for December, with a second one in January of 2026. Now, if it's approved, the salaries would take effect after the next election in January of next year. For now, reporting in Naples, I'm Alexa Velez, Gulf Coast News.
Alexa, thank you. Cape Coral is also considering whether to raise its council members' salaries. Just last week, the Cape Coral's Charter Review Commission agreed for residents to vote on the issue. Right now, council makes about $33,000. The mayor makes about $37,000. The Charter Review Commission is recommending for the council to make about $70,000 per year and for the mayor to make about $80,000.
$70K is pretty steep if you do research.
In 2023, council gave themselves a stipend without voter approval, which led to a lot of backlash and voters electing 5 new members. The commission says council can decide on salaries if there's a majority vote and voters are okay with it. This vote could appear on the 2026 ballot. The city of Cape Coral is meeting within the next hour to talk about the future of the Cape Coral Yacht Club. The yacht club's been damaged since Hurricane Ian, and it is expected to cost about $225 million to fix. The city is going over how long this rebuild could take and how much it could eventually cost taxpayers. Crews are expected to do marine work and build a community center, pool, and new amenities. The idea is to also increase your electricity and tax by 3% next year, but the city says the resources for the yacht club aren't enough for the rebuild. The city's also considering boat slips plus work on the boathouse. The city says that could open in 2028. Gulf Coast News will keep you updated.
Construction is officially underway on Captiva for what will be the new Captiva Island Inn. This is located along Andy Rose Lane. Hurricane Ian wrecked this area. The new Captiva Island Inn is coming back stronger with 2 brand new elevated buildings. Each will have 5 guest rooms, private porches, and will be more durable with concrete pilings.
The project has over 200 concrete-driven piles, of which then has foundations on top of that then the building is built on top of that. So from 20 foot down, it's supported all the way to the top, much different than the old days.
The Island Inn is expected to be ready by fall of next year.
The government shutdown is officially in its 3rd week, ahead at 3:30, the latest, as pressure continues to mount against lawmakers with no end in sight.
The pros and cons of a self-prescribed blood test next at 3.